Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 11 of What If Naruto Was a Vampire. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends, your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Kaguya Was Naruto's Mother that I posted over on Anime King. And stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him. And also later on this channel I'm going to be posting What If Naruto had the Unknown Sharingan. So stay in tune for that as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support guys. And also remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last time we left off, Eva told Naruto about what happened when a vampire and a human had a kid. That the kid turned out to be something different. It turns out to be a monster. That is why she lied to Naruto and told him that he couldn't have kids. As Naruto understand why she did it. We then had a time skip, as it was time for the Chunin exams. While the matches were going on, Naruto transformed and went outside of the village wall. It was then he saw a bunch of stone and sand shinobi, as Naruto realized that Orochimaru must be behind this, as he then found Orochimaru in the Kage's box, as he was disguised none other than the Kazekage. Naruto then went and informed Eva and told her everything, as he told her when he gave the signal, she can start her assault. Meanwhile, the Raikage was planning, in the invasion, he would take the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki host and also the Uchiha, and if he's lucky, take the Hyuga along with them, and with those three coming to his village for him to use. His village will be the strongest village in the nation, and seeing that Konoha is going to have a huge drawback after this invasion, they wouldn't be none the wiser. Naruto then arrived when it was time for him and Yujito to battle, as Yujito was acting weird. She was telling Naruto that she wasn't his friend, as Naruto didn't understand she wasn't acting this way before, as he tried to talk to her, but she kept on ignoring him and telling him to leave her alone. The reason why she was acting this way, she didn't want to feel anything towards him, as she knew that when they capture him and remove the 9 tails, he will be dead, and she cannot do anything to mess up that plan. The village, they will all hate her. She will be known as a traitor to her own village. So she was cutting off her feelings and telling Naruto to leave her alone. The both of them then had their battle, as Yujito couldn't believe his speed and his strength when he stopped kidding around. She quickly realized that she was no match for him, even with one tail behind her and the chakra cloak. Naruto defeated her. He then went up to the Kage's box, as Sarutobi asked him what did he want. As Sarutobi was surprised, Naruto grabbed the Kazekage and threw him through the window, as everyone was alert as Naruto jumped out, as he told everyone that it's Orochimaru in disguise. Sarutobi then quickly jumped out, as no one even noticed that the Raikage and his guards were gone as well, and even their Genins, and also Killer Bee. As Sarutobi came down to see Orochimaru rip off his robe, showing his real face, as Orochimaru just chuckled, realizing that Naruto found it out. As Sarutobi took off his robe to reveal his battle armor, he then saw Gaara and the others getting away, as he told Naruto to go after them, as Naruto nodded and headed off. As the Sound 4 then arrived and trapped Sarutobi and Orochimaru in a barrier right in the middle of the arena, while Jiraiya summoned Gamabunta to help fight the giant snakes that were destroying the wall, but most of the ninjas didn't get in, seeing that they were being slaughtered outside by Eva, but the Konoha ninjas were still fighting the ones that slipped past. Naruto got in the forest, as he used a lot of the Nine-Tailed chakra and created a giant crystal barrier, as Gaara and his siblings were trapped. The Raikage, Darui, C, Yujito, Karu, Amoy, and Killer Bee was there as well, as this was their perfect chance. And now, the Raikage saw that another Jinchuriki was here, the One Tails. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's start this new episode. See, just analyzed Naruto. Yes, it's from him, sir. He's the one who performed this technique. Interesting, said the Raikage. It seems like the Uzumaki boy is more special than we thought. So what now? Asked Karu. Should we go down there and take them? No, said the Raikage. Allow them to wear each other out first. I want to see what the both of them are truly capable of, and this barrier prevent anyone else from getting inside. What about the Uchiha? Amoy asked. Yeah, said Darui. The Uzumaki told him to stay out of it. Don't worry, said the Raikage. He's easy pickings. I just want to see what this Uzumaki and the Shukaku host is capable of. Meanwhile, with Naruto and Sasuke, the both of them were standing beside each other as Gaara was a distance away with his two siblings that were on the floor now, as Gaara had slapped the both of them away and told them to not get in his way as his mind was being corrupted by the Shukaku. I have to help in this, said Sasuke. You can't take him alone. Sasuke, I already told you, you will only get in my way. So back, said Naruto. As Sasuke glared at him, you're not above me or anything. You cannot give me any orders. I'm sorry, said Naruto. Sorry for what? Sasuke couldn't get to finish that sentence as Naruto slammed his fist into Sasuke's gut. As Sasuke collapsed, a clone then poofed into existence. Take him somewhere safe, said Naruto, as the clone nodded and jumped off with Sasuke. This makes things even better, said the Raikage, as Killer Bee had his eyes focused on Naruto, as he wanted to know why the fox chakra was running through his veins, even with his clone. Yes, it's the same thing, Bee, said the Eight Tails. The fox chakra is composed of that clone. It seems like the boy somehow found a way to use the fox chakra instead of his, but I don't understand. That fox is the most selfish out of all of us. He will never allow the boy to do this. It seems like something's really whack with that kid, said B. Well, we'll just have to see and find out. B. Don't take him lightly. This boy is a lot stronger than you think. Don't worry, Edo, said B. It doesn't matter if he has a nine tail. Besides, I have you. And Big Bro is here, along with the others, so I doubt he will be able to take us all. Just watch yourself, said the Eight Tails, as he then went quiet. Back with Naruto, Temari and Kankuro had walked forward as Kankuro spoke. You really knocked out the Uchiha. You think you can take us all alone? I don't think Gaara wants your help. Right now he's not in a perfect calm state. He's completely unresponsive and chaotic. If you go near to him, he even might attack the both of you. And you, said Naruto as he looked at Temari. You once asked me, what keep me stable? You asked me why I'm not like him. And I told you, I'm different. And I can also help your brother. So I need you and your brother. You, Naruto said looking at Kankuro, to stay out of this. I can help. Don't listen to him, Temari, said Kankuro. He's just one brat standing in our way. We must complete the mission at all costs. And he must be disposed of. As Temari looked down, not knowing what to do. On one hand, she wanted Naruto to help. He told her that he could help Gaara. But why would she trust him? She doesn't even know him. On the other hand, the mission. She has to follow the mission. She has to protect her village. I don't want your help, she said, looking up at Naruto. You people are always so mistrusting, and you people always so quick to betray. Seeing how quickly she betrayed him, Naruto mind flashed on Yujito. He didn't know why, but seeing that she's been acting strange towards him ever since the final came, he then started to have flashes of his past. People hunting him down and beating the crap out of him going through all that trauma. As Naruto was getting angry by the second, Gaara then chuckled. Mother said that she wants your blood, and she wants it soon. As Naruto went completely unresponsive, all of the memories flooded into his mind. He talked to her in the forest, as Naruto was now floating in a wide empty space. Why did everyone always choose so quickly to betray him, even after he told her that he was going to help her and help Gaara? Why did he suffer for so long? Why did he went through so much to protect this village? Even though he has gained this incredible power, he still wants to protect Konoha. And after what they did to him, he should just leave. And not care about this village, but still, he stayed behind. His mind then rushed on Eva, as he remembered what she said. He is immortal now. It's better he doesn't hold grudges. And if anything, he could always travel the nation with her, and they could live a happy life, she told him. Hearing that, Naruto snapped his eyes open to see Gaara coming at him with full speed, as Gaara's arm already transformed into Shukaku arm, as Gaara brought it down. But to everyone's surprise, Naruto didn't move, as he caught the fist. Sand then shot from the fist and slammed right into Naruto, as the tree branch was broken under his feet, as he was sent flying down to the ground. He hit the ground a thud, as Gaara then made his sand swallow up Naruto, as the sand encased Naruto into a ball, as Gaara smirked as he raised the sand ball in the air, as the smirk became more wide and wicked, as everyone watched as Gaara squeezed his palm, as everything froze. Even Raikage was beyond pissed, as he saw blood gushing from the sand. That boy just killed the 9-tailed Jinchuriki host, and the 9-tailed would take years to be reformed. As Raikage clenched his fists, in that case he would have to take the Shukaku host. None of them saw as a single tear dropped from Yujito's eyes, as she couldn't believe it. Through and through all of this, he just go and die like that? As Gaara was smiling the wicked smile as blood was raining from the sky, Naruto's blood, as he licked his lips. Mother said that she wants more. Mother said that she wants more, he said, as he kept on chuckling. Everyone was beyond surprise when the sand that was in the air exploded, as they saw Naruto rocking out of the sand as he grabbed Gaara by the face. That caught him by complete surprise, as he thrust Gaara's face straight down into the ground. Luckily, Gaara brought up his sand and cushioned his fall, but he was still dropped down hard with a sick thud. As Naruto then jumped away, as everyone noticed his eyes were shadowing by his hair. But they could feel a deadly dark aura coming off of him. It was like he was pushing off death, as they could see his body. His clothes, it had blood all over it, but he had no wounds. How did he survive that? Asked Amoy. Yeah, said Karu. I definitely saw that thing crush them. I have no idea, said Yujito. Something wrong is going on here, said the Raikage. I definitely saw that crush him. See, he said. Sir, it's no genjutsu or anything, but I can't explain. I saw it crush him as well. But then, there was a fluctuation of chakra. And it wasn't human chakra, it was a 9 tails. It seemed that the boy knew how to use it. He then burst out at that spear like it was nothing, and now there isn't a scratch on his body. Well, some freaky crap is going on, said Darui. Looks like this boy is more special than we thought. Hey, Ado, what's that? What the hell just happened? Killer B asked. B, to be totally honest, I have no idea. Even Temari and Conqueror were surprised. They saw that he was just crushed by Gaara's sand. No one has ever survived that before, so how? How was he still standing there alive? Naruto lifted up his head, as what they saw shot them to the core. His eyes were bleeding red, but it's the way he looked at them. It looked like he was staring into their soul, burning their very soul. As the both of them stepped back, he was releasing a deadly killer intent. Even the Raikage could feel it. This boy, he's definitely something special. Gaara then burst from the crater as he shot sand arms towards Naruto. Naruto then slammed his hand on the ground as ice spikes break from the ground, stabbing into the sand, and he started to freeze the sand. The sand quickly break as it crumbled away like nothing, as Naruto dashed forward at speed that the Raikage was impressed by, as he slammed his fist into Gaara's face, destroying all the sand that had covered it. As his fist impacted with Gaara's face under the sand, that sent Gaara flying through the trees as he smashed into the giant crystal. As Naruto then pointed his 5 fingers at Gaara, as he released bones from all fingers, as they pierced into different parts of Gaara's body, as Gaara winced out in pain. But he turned his sights back on Naruto. "Is that all you got?" he said. Naruto extended his hand forward as a bone shot from his wrist. He then broke it as he thrust it with incredible speed. Gaara brought up his sand defense, but to his surprise, the bone was laced with the Kyuubi's chakra as it cut right through the sand, piercing Gaara right through the stomach, as Gaara instantly coughed up blood. "What is this? My blood? My blood?" As he then started to hold his head and shake. "No, it can't be," he said, as sand erupted from everywhere. As everyone's eyes went wide, as they saw the giant creature took the sand shape, as it had arms and legs and a humongous head. "Mother, I'm going to let you out," Gaara said as he emerged from the top of the thing's head. "Mother, we'll crush all of you, especially you, Uzumaki, for hurting me. You will die. Mother will grind you into pieces." As Gaara then performed a hand sign, "Possum mode," he said, as he went quiet. A roar was then heard from the beast, as Shukaku snapped open his eyes. Finally, he screamed. "It's been so long since I've been out. I wonder how many humans are around here which I can crush." He then looked down. "Uzumaki, you especially. You've been causing Gaara a problem. And now, I am here to kill you for him." "Let's see how you hold up against me," Shukaku said, as he slammed his hand into his stomach, as he then released a blast of compressed air that sent Temari and Kankuro flying, as the both of them was flying through the woods as well, because the attack hit everywhere, as it then came at Naruto with extreme speed. Naruto quickly placed his hand on the ground as a crystal rised up, blocking the air attack as Naruto stood there perfectly unharmed. But Naruto saw his crystal starting to crack. The air pressure was really that strong, as Shukaku slammed his hand in the stomach again and released another compressed air ball, as it shattered Naruto crystal and sent Naruto flying. But Naruto flipped in mid-air. It was then that he did something that not even Eva could do, as Naruto extended giant, bat-like wings from his back. Eva could fully transform, but she couldn't use a part of her body. But Naruto was able to do that. He could transform a specific part of his body, like his hand, into a bear hand with claws, and he could let wings break from his back, as Naruto was now flying in mid-air, as the Kumo ninjas were just standing there in shock. "What is this kid?" said the Raikage, as he'd never seen a jutsu like that before, wings bursting from someone's back. As C looked at him, "This is no illusions, those are real. But I don't understand." "I told you, some messed up shit is going on," said Darui. "Edo," said Killer Bee. "I am just as lost as you," said the Eight Tails. Meanwhile, Naruto was flying in the air as he was avoiding sand shurikens and the wind, as the Kumo team had to jump away a far distance so they wouldn't be caught up in all of this chaos. But it doesn't matter how far they go, they were still captured in this crystal. But the Raikage was sure that he could break them out at any time, but he just wanted the situation to not escalate any further, as he wanted to see how powerful the Uzumaki was, and see if he could really defeat a tailed beast. That will make him more interesting, and he didn't have to kill him right away once he gets into the village. Maybe he could question him and ask him certain things. So he wanted to see what he was able to do before he had to step in, or let Killer Bee take care of the One Tails. Right now, Shukaku was pissed as he couldn't hit this boy out of the air. He was like an annoying fly, as Shukaku then fired a lot of sand spears towards him. But Naruto's speed was dashing through the air at incredible speed, as Shukaku, doesn't matter how big he was able to jump back, moving at a quick speed for his size. Well, for his size, Naruto was still 10 times faster than him, as Naruto was flying around him with incredible speed. Shukaku then felt something pierce him, but it wasn't bad enough to affect him. It was a bone. But suddenly, the bone started to glow as it exploded right in his shoulder, creating a great harm, as 10 more bones were fired in his back, as they started to glow as well, seeing that Naruto wrapped them all in paper bomb, as they exploded, blowing away the sand from his back, as Shukaku howled in pain a bit. As he then glared at Naruto, the sand then started to reform his back, As he quickly took in a deep breath, he then released a blast of uncontrollable air. It was rocking and tearing through the forest and also tearing through mid-air as Naruto was blown back. As Naruto was sent flying as he crashed through a couple of trees. Naruto quickly picked up himself though. This thing is harder to defeat than I thought. No more playing around, I have to stop it, said Naruto, as he flew up in the air. Meanwhile, Kurama was watching something. As he was in the mindscape, he was still in his cell as he realized when Naruto became a vampire, a large portion of his chakra was sucked out of him, and that what Naruto was using all this time. Kurama was still restrained by the seal, seeing that at the moment of Naruto's death, he instantly gained back life, seeing that he became a vampire. But a large portion of his chakra was sucked out that night, and that is why he passed out. But that chakra that Naruto is using, it is quickly fading away, as Naruto had done so much attacks, using so many long range attacks, powerful attacks, and those bone, the Kekkei Genkai, and the crystal style. Meanwhile outside, Naruto landed right in front of Shukaku. As he slammed his hand from the ground then started to crack, as Shukaku was unable to move as a giant crystal burst from the ground. It was big enough to pierce right through Shukaku's stomach. As Shukaku tried to lean back, but another crystal pierced on the back and pierced through his back as he howled in pain as he was trapped in the center. This was all that Naruto needed as he flew straight up, as Naruto was now looking at Gaara, as Naruto pulled back his fist as he started to glow with the Fox Chakra. He then dashed forward as he pulled back his fist as he was about to smack it right into Gaara's face. "Oh no you don't," said Shukaku as he extended sand tentacles and held onto Naruto's arm and his waist. As Naruto was so close. "No, you won't get away from me," Naruto said, as he then brought his head up and slammed it right into Gaara's forehead, knocking Gaara awake. As Naruto was trying to kill Gaara so he would destroy this monster, but Naruto was surprised when he saw Shukaku started to scream as the sand started to fade away. The sand was released around him as Gaara was sent plummeting, but Gaara landed on most of his sand so he wasn't that badly hurt, but he was completely exhausted from his fight, and also that headbutt stunned his body. So right now he was on the ground, as Naruto was still in mid-air, as Naruto was huffing, as he felt something was wrong. He then closed his eyes as he appeared in his mindscape. "Kurama, what's going on? I actually feel tired." "Well, you have used up a lot of the chakra and it's running on low. Seeing that your body no longer produces chakra, you need to refill. And this cell is holding back a lot of my chakra. If you were to release me now, you will gain a great reservoir of my chakra." "So, how do I release you?" "You have to get the key," said Kurama. "Key? What do you mean key?" "Well, I don't know exactly where it is, but this seal has a key before you can do anything." "Damn it, I guess I have to talk to Gigi or Jiraiya about that." "Well, for now, you have things to do." As Kurama then looked away, "What's wrong?" Naruto asked. "You were so focused on your fight that you didn't even realize others were here." "What?" said Naruto. "Your chakra is attached to this barrier and it could feel other people." "Release your senses," said Kurama as Naruto did, as he felt more ninjas inside the barrier a distance away. Who are they? He quickly recognized one of them, as it was Yujito. "The Eight Tails is also in here. I wonder what the hell is going on," said Kurama. "Guess I'll have to find out," said Naruto as he exited the mindscape. Naruto fully descended down to the ground, as Gaara was trying to crawl away. "Get away from me," said Gaara. "I have to prove my existence." Naruto walked up to Gaara without saying another word, as he grabbed Gaara by the hair, as Gaara struggled to get out of Naruto's grip. Naruto then pulled back his fist. "I'm going to end this," he said, as before he could release his fist into Gaara's face. "Please stop," said a voice, as Naruto turned to see Temari holding her injured, unconscious brother, who had blood running down his face. As he was just slowly regaining consciousness, it seemed like he hit his head or something while he was blown away. As Temari then rested him on the ground, as she quickly ran over to Naruto. "Please, I'm begging you, don't kill him." "Why shouldn't I? He tried to kill me first. Please, I remember what you said. had to listen to my village. And I'm begging you now. You told me that you're not a monster. You told me that you doesn't believe in all of that. You told me you had full control. And I'm begging you, for my sake and my brother, don't take him away from us. And why shouldn't I? He's just a problem. You guys treat him like a monster already. You're going to use the beast inside him to attack our village. Why shouldn't I rid him of this world? I'm just giving your village back a strength. Because I don't know if this means anything to you. And I doubt it should. But please, I know we don't really know each other that well. But I'm begging you, please don't take him from my family. Even though that thing inside him sometimes corrupts him, he's still my brother and I love him. Please, I'm begging you. Naruto then heard something behind him as it was Kankuro, who was getting up to his feet. Please, just let us go. The invasion is over, she said as she looked around. You can hear the fighting slowing down. Please. Uzumaki Naruto, she said, that's your name. Can you please just let us go? As Naruto looked at her without saying a word, as he then looked back at Gaara and Kankuro, he then huffed. Alright, go ahead. Take him and get out of here. Gaara, said Naruto, as Gaara looked at him with an angry look on his face. Don't look at me like that. You should be more respectful and kind to your family. What? Said Gaara. If it wasn't for them, you would be dead right now, because I was planning on killing you. So, don't push them away. At least you have them, said Naruto. You still have family in this world. And stop listening to that beast. It's only trying to control you and use you. It just wants pure destruction. That tattoo on your head means love. And I believe that is the only way for you to get rid of this burden. Have love in your heart, Gaara, for your family, because they will always be here for you. You can see that. As Kankuro quickly came over to his brother's side. As the both of them, him and Temari placed Gaara's hands on their shoulder. As Gaara looked at Naruto one more time. Uzumaki, you're different, he said. It was then all three of them winced in pain, as it seemed like something was happening to their mind. As Naruto looked around, as his eyes snapped to the right as he saw this guy with blonde hair. He was wearing a Kumo headband, and he had his hand in a hand sign. He must be the one responsible for this. Genjutsu complete, he said, as the three kids dropped to the ground in a thud. As Naruto looked at him, why did you do that? So you were the one. As Naruto then turned his head to the left, so it was all of you, he said. It was then that the Kumo team arrived, as Naruto saw the Raikage, Yujito, Amoy, Karui, and Killer Bee, and the other guard of the Raikage, which was Darui. Why have you guys come here? And why were you watching me? Said Naruto. It's simple, Nine Tails, said the Raikage. We have come here for you. I believe you will be a great asset to my village. And this technique that you perform is a crystal bloodline. I don't believe we have any of those in Kumo, and that will be great as well. And from what I saw in this battle, you're different. Something special. Naruto, chuckling, stopped him. As he looked at Naruto, what's so funny, he asked. Well, it's crazy. The old man Sarutobi always talked about bringing peace to the nation by forming these tuning exams. And when you look at it, it was the worst thing to do. Seeing that the sand betrayed us, and now Kumo is trying to capture the Jinchuriki of Konoha, showing how messed up you guys are. And you, said Naruto as he looked at Yujito. I know, they're your village and all, but going along with this, I see now. You see what, she said. I understand exactly why you were treating me like that. At first, you just want to get to know me and find out about the Nine Tails and what the Jinchuriki can do, right? So that is why you befriend me in the first place. And in the end, you treated me like a total stranger, like we never even met. I get it now. I know people are really messed up, but I thought you were different. Shut up, said Karu. You act like you know her. We were not in this field for too long. Did you think she really care about you? I guess not. We're not even friends, said Naruto. And now, he said as he cracked his neck, all of you, Want to capture me, right? Well, you really think I'm gonna go down without a fight? As the Raikage smirked. I respect strength, he said. He then told everyone else to stay back, as he's going to test Naruto first. Without saying anything else, he dashed forward at speed that surprised Naruto. As Naruto jumped out of the way as the man crashed his hand into the tree behind Naruto, destroying it. The man then made a 360 turn and brought his leg around as Naruto tried to stop it, but the man's force was so strong, Naruto was sent flying as he smashed through about 4 trees. As Naruto picked up himself and wiped away the blood from his lip, it seems he's far above Orochimaru, he thought. So this is what Akage power is. Akage level shinobi. That is what it is. You have no idea, said a voice. As Naruto brought down his hands to block, as a feet slammed right into his side, but he placed his hands there. But he was still sent flying from the force. But this time Naruto flicked in mid-air as he landed on the tree and pushed off. Naruto quickly extended his hand as he built a Rasengan. As he brought it down, the Raikage brought up his hand that was covered in lightning and smashed his hand right into the Rasengan. The Rasengan exploded and sent Naruto flying back, as Naruto slammed into a boulder and collapsed on the ground, as he was now huffing. Damn it, he said, but his wounds were healed instantly. He then got back to his feet. I won't be taken down that easily, said Naruto. That's exactly why I want to take you to my village, said a voice, as Naruto quickly snapped his head to the right, as the Raikage brought down his hand and smashed it right on Naruto's shoulder. The ground beneath Naruto cracked instantly, as Naruto felt his shoulder dislocating, as he could feel a snap in the bone as well. As his hand went limp, the Raikage raised up his feet, as he quickly delivered a powerful, devastating kick right in Naruto's stomach, as he sent Naruto flying back, as the Raikage was not pulling his punches so well, seeing that he knew Naruto was a Jinchuriki and he could be healed by the fox. As Yujito felt pure disdain watching this. After hearing what Naruto said and seeing him get hurt like this, she wanted the Raikage to stop. Sir, can't you just capture him now? I guess you're right, said the Raikage. He has proven that he has no other skills to show. He then heard a chuckling behind him as he turned. What's so funny, kid? He asked. You, said Naruto. What do you mean, said the Raikage. You think I have nothing else to show? You think because you punched me and smacked me down like that I would give up? You should know one thing, said Naruto. You would never make me go down or surrender, because nothing you can do can hurt me. It doesn't matter what you throw at me. It doesn't matter how much power you use. And I'll show you right now, Naruto said, as he snapped up his head, as his eyes were completely red. You think, just because you're a Kage, you can do whatever you want. Come into our village, attack me, trying to take the 9 tails. You inconsiderate bastard. The Raikage rushed forward in hearing that, as he brought his fist up. He then thrust it forward, but he was beyond shock when Naruto grabbed his fist. But the recoil should have blown Naruto's hand back away, or snapped some bones or something. But Naruto's hand was there, holding his fist. It was like he wasn't even feeling the pain. He was surprised when Naruto started to push back, as Naruto pushed his hand back, as he slapped away his hand and delivered a driving punch into his stomach, as the Raikage eyes went wide, as he was sent flying back, as the Kumo ninjas were shocked, as the Genin team were even beyond shock. How did he do that? He just hit away the Raikage, as they couldn't believe it. The Raikage quickly picked himself up, as he winced a bit from the pain, but it wasn't enough to take him down. Kid, I must say, as he spit out some blood, you're strong, very strong indeed. But you should know that can't take me down. I know, said Naruto, as he vanished in a blur. The Raikage felt something cold at his neck, as he quickly pushed off a bit, as an ice spear sliced where his neck was, as he tried to swing around his hand, but Naruto caught his hand and swung him around and threw him straight up into the air. As Naruto pushed off with incredible speed, The Raikage quickly charged lightning around him as he came down as a lightning bullet. But he saw that Naruto wasn't stopping and he didn't want to kill the Nine Tails. But Naruto wasn't stopping as him and Naruto crashed into each other with a boom. As the both of them fell to the ground a thud. As a team got over there, as they saw Naruto picked himself up off the ground, he was perfectly fine, his clothes was teared and tattered. But himself, blood was over him, but he had no wounds. How was that, they wondered. As Naruto jumped back as they rushed over to the Raikage, as they turned him over to see a bone right in his stomach. The Raikage snapped his eyes open as he reached down and grabbed the bone and pulled it out as he threw it away. He then looked over at Naruto. "How?" he said, as Naruto twisted his body in mid-air before the attack, but he still slammed into Naruto. But at the last second, Naruto fired a bone from his shoulder that pierced right into his stomach. But his body should be burned. "My lightning hit him right on. How is that even possible?" said the Raikage. See then looked at Yujito. As he then looked at the others. "Are you guys ready?" he asked, as Amoy and Karu nodded, as all of them pulled out a seal. A seal that could bind people so they could just take him away from here. "Sir, we know you don't want to kill him, but you're fighting too hard," said Darui. "What?" said the Raikage. "Don't worry, we will take care of it. You just sit right here and relax." "See, you stay back as well," said Darui. "You kids, you have the seal, right? Make sure to place that on him once I take him down." As Naruto then chuckled, "So you're next, huh?" he asked. "Well, I'm the last one you're going to fight. Because," as he took the sword off his back, "I'm gonna take you down right here, boy," he said. As Naruto then narrowed his eyes at the three kids, seeing that all of them had a seal in their hand, "Hey Kurama, is that what I think it is?" "Yeah," said Kurama. "Remember I told you about those special seals that would cut off the connection between me and you? It seems like that is one of them, but it's more advanced to also trap you and restrain any sort of chakra you have. But seeing that you don't have none, that won't do anything to you. But it will cut me off." "Damn it," said Naruto. "So, I can't allow them to place that on me." "Well then, it's time." "Time for what?" said Kurama. "You're gonna see," said Naruto, as he cut the connection. "Yujito," as she narrowed her eyes at him, "I'm sorry. I thought we were friends, but since we're not, I can't be responsible for what is going to happen to you next. So, if you don't want to die, it's best that you run," Naruto said as his voice started to sound like an animal, like some kind of rash, unpredictable, wild, crazy animal. As they watched, as they saw fangs extended from his mouth. "What is this?" said Yujito, as Karu narrowed her eyes as Amoy looked at Naruto as he was surprised. Killer Bee just stood there. "Something is definitely up with this kid," he said. "It's been a long time since I have any. And right now, I'm getting thirsty," Naruto said, as he started to leak bloodlust all over the place. "It's time for me to stop holding back. Eva told me to never let loose, because I might lose myself going crazy. But since we're in here and all of you want to kill me, it doesn't matter how far I go. I'll rip you all to shreds," he said, as his claws extended, as his eyes looked like they were bleeding red. As Naruto did something that Eva told him to never do. He searched in his mind, as he shut off his humanity completely. But you guys will find out what I mean in the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode, and thank you all for your help and your support, guys. And also stay in tune for What If Naruto had the Unknown Sharingan, and What If Naruto had multiple people steal inside of him. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.